Alright, you jerks. I've had it up to here with you guys. I heard it all already, okay? I already heard that I look like Jeffrey Dahmer with my new glasses. In fact, I used to have fake glasses that also had gold wiring on it, and you guys said the same thing. These glasses look very different, and I still look like Jeffrey Dahmer to all of you, all the time. There's just no winning with you guys, so shut up. I don't look like Jeffrey Dahmer at all. I look, if anything, like Michael Cera. So, take that, YouTube. Welcome back, Magic Junkies, to another episode of Fluffy Flamingos. Today, we are talking about... Ow. I shot myself. Talking about rubber bands. And, rubber band magic tricks. If you're new to the channel, you're like, what the hell? Who is this guy? He's just talking about rubber bands. So, I got 4 different rubber bands of all different sizes and shapes, and not really shaped, they're all circular. So today we're gonna learn 3 different tricks using rubber bands. They're all really fun, really simple, all impromptu, of course. We haven't plugged in merch for a while, so if you guys are interested in buying a magic hoodie that has the Ace of Diamonds as a reveal, gonna check out the link below. The link is in every video. I just kind of don't plug in merch too much on this channel because it's not the main important part of it. So what is it about rubber band magic that is intriguing? Well, the first thing I would say is that it's an everyday object. Everyone knows what a rubber band is, and they know exactly the laws of physics that apply to a rubber band. So when you can take a normal object that everyone knows what it is and how it works, and then you break those rules, it makes it very, very fun to watch. Without further ado, we're just going to jump into the tutorial and the mechanics on how these 3 tricks work. In this life, in this life, one too many years takes to that lives on a facelift. Mind over matter is magic. I do magic. If you think about it, you'll stop no time. I'm sure we're taller, another dimension. You say we're small and not worth the mention. You're tired of moving, your body's aching. We could vacate, there's places to go. Clearly this isn't all that there is. Can't take what's been given, but we're so okay here, we're doing fine. Alright everyone, we are in the tutorial section. We're going to be talking about 3 different rubber band tricks, as I mentioned before. So the first trick we're going to learn is called web, and it looks like that, okay? So this trick is pretty simple. It's very quick. You can make bets with people with this. That's like typically this is like a bar bet kind of trick. So what you'll do is you'll wrap it around 2 fingers and say, I bet you I can web it in between all of my other fingers in under 2 seconds. So for the trick, I didn't do this in like the montage performance, but what you would do is individually wrap it like this and show them what it's supposed to look like. So you do it manually, show them, and be like, I bet you I can do this wrapping in under 2 seconds, because now they have an idea of how that is supposed to get on your fingers. And it's not very like fast, it's pretty clumsy, so this bet already gets you off to a good start. So what you'll do is start off wrapping it around your pinky and thumb, and then for the performance, like, you could just shake it away for 2 seconds and there it is wrapped. Or a more visual way to do it is to shake your hand and it's wrapped around your fingers like that. So the way to achieve this is to start off wrapping it around your thumb and pinky, and then as you're shaking or going behind your back, you're going to use the next 2 fingers, okay, ring and index, and you're going to insert it like this, okay? So you're going to insert down and up and pull it up. Then your middle finger is going to also pull the second rubber, the second strand, okay?
So from the start, 2 fingers go in and then pull the bottom strand up, and then the middle finger will rest on the top strand, go behind the bottom strand, and lift up. And there you go, you are webbed. So that's basically it. A nice tip though for this tutorial is that when you take it off is to go like this to show just how intertwined the rubber band was around your hand, and it wasn't some kind of illusion or some kind of trick that got you into this position. Okay, like this is legit tied up around your fingers. You just had a quicker method of doing it. Okay, so that was web. So that's it for that one. Let's move on to the second trick. Alrighty, I'm not gonna lie, I really suck at this trick. It took me 100 tries to get this on camera, but it is a fun rubber band trick that people can do. I just have really bad arthritis, so this trick is really difficult for me, but I would like to teach it nonetheless. I don't know the actual name of this trick. I'm sure you guys have seen this around before, but let's just call it the phantom rubber. Okay, so the effect is pretty simple. As you guys saw before, 2 rubber bands are stuck completely next to one another, but if you give it a slight rub, they'll come apart. Okay, so that's how the effect looks in a nutshell. I can't tell if that was good from the LCD screen, but we're gonna say it was good enough, so we're gonna move on. So this is how the effect works. So the mechanics is that you're gonna have, just like in the last trick, a rubber band wrapped around 2 fingers, but this time it's gonna be the index, oops. This time it's gonna be the index and the thumb. Your middle finger is going to go on top and put pressure on the rubber band, okay? And this is very important for later. This hand position really kills me, so I'm gonna stop for a sec. And then your other hand is gonna be the exact opposite, just a mirror, okay? So exact same position on both sides. So if you take your thumb out, you'll notice that the rubber band is sticking to where it is on your index finger. So what you'll do is dip that over and re-clamps it to your thumb right here. So at this point, you're exactly where you were, but now they're interlocked, right? So the effect is simple. You're gonna go forward, backward, okay? Show that it can't leave your fingers. You can go like this and show how it can't leave through the rubber band, right? They'll just twine up. And then you can go up and show that it can't go up. And then you can go down, but this time you're not putting your finger on the rubber band. This time you're putting the rubber band on itself. And you'll notice, let me get a close up here. You'll notice my finger will actually leave the rubber band. Show that there's no exits for this thing up or down. As you go down, your finger leaves the rubber band. It's going to enter the bottom half. Okay? So I'll show that one more time. This trick is very hard to show on camera. So focus on this rubber band right here. Okay? So if I go down and then enter, so if I go down, it's going to leave, and then it's going to enter the bottom half. Okay, if I let go of my middle finger, it'll reset and it'll just leave from inside. Man, my fingers. My fingers. Oof. That is a lot of cracking. Finger cracking gods, please forgive me. Okay, let's try and catch this on camera again, because I feel like it's not doing it very well. Okay, so I'm here, okay? If I go downward, my index finger, let me wrap this. My index finger will leave the rubber band and enter through the bottom half of the rubber band, okay? So all together, looks like 1, 2, and then pick up and try and mimic the motion again. Then release your index or your middle finger, and it should reset, allowing you to just pull away. Okay, here's a black cable. We'll do it around this thing. Okay, so it's stuck here. I will move my index finger down, put it in the bottom half of the rubber band, then go up and release. And there you go, it's out. I hope that wasn't confusing for you. I know this trick is a little bit hard to teach, even especially in books and videos, because the visuals are really hard. The visuals are really good, so it's hard to explain how you're achieving this effect without being really confusing. All right, and that leads us to our last trick for today. This one's called jump. So this trick is usually better if you have two different colored bands. I have a black one and a normal rubber band. The reason is you want the audience to not think you're switching rubber bands around. You want them to think it's the same one, which it is. You're going to put the first rubber band around 2 fingers. Then you're going to take the second rubber band and web it around. As we did before, we don't need the thumb, and it's important that we don't use the thumb. But if we web this, you'll see this is stuck, okay? You're going to show the audience that the black band is stuck on these 2 fingers. It can't go anywhere. So if you give it a second, and then just like that, it's going to pass to the other half. You can do this back and forth, and look at that, it's on the other half of my hand. So this trick is very simple. The setup is exactly how you show the audience, okay? You put the band around 2 fingers, then wrap all 4 fingers so that this has nowhere to go. The secret is that it does have somewhere to go. If you go up and then over, it'll just land on this side, okay? So that's all that's happening. It's just switching sides like this. So how do we achieve this in a magical visual way? So behind the scenes, you'll be clamping your hand and putting the rubber band around it so when you open it, it'll fly to the other 2 fingers, okay? So again, pull this down, put your fingers inside the hole, put it back up, and then open your hand. It'll naturally jump to the other half. So from the front, looks something like this, and then, ooh, look at that, it jumped to the other half. So that is jump. It's very simple, very visual, and pretty fooling. A lot of people have not caught me on this, so I would say a good thing to add to your arsenal of rubber band magic. And that is jump. That was the whole set of 3, and I hope you guys enjoyed. So that's it for today's video. Those were the 3 rubber band tricks that I think you guys would find interesting and useful, and I hope that worked. If you guys have any questions, I've been getting a lot of them in the comments lately, which makes me so happy. I'll always be here to help you answer any questions you have and ignore the Jeffrey Dahmer comments. So yeah, thank you. I have been your host, Oliver, and I hope you guys learned a lot from this video, and I hope you guys continue to come back every week to learn some more. I'll see you guys in the next episode of Fluffy Flamingos. Peace.